Previously on Feats of Strength, Andrea Thompson broke the women's deadlift world record by pulling an incredible 290 kilograms. Stay tuned to watch Rob Kearney in Massachusetts go head-to-head against Luke Stoltman in Invergordon, Scotland, from the Stoltman Strength Centre, where recently his younger brother Tom attempted the world record Atlas Stone hoist. Rob and Luke are going head-to-head for the national and world records log lifts.
And welcome to World's Ultimate Strongman Feats of Strength, episode 5, where we have a log lift battle. We have Rob Kearney in Massachusetts going head to head against Luke Stoltman. I'm Mark Boyd. I'm with co-host Lauren Shalley. How are we today, Loz?
Good, thanks, Mark. Yeah, we've got two of the best log lifters in the world today. The American record holder, and we saw how close Luke got to the world record in season 1. He's feeling confident. He's going to have an attempt at that world record again. But first, he's got his sights set on the British record. Both these men going for 2 records today, national and then world records. Zydrunas Savickas world record that has stood since 2015. It's an incredible, incredible lift. Many people have tried to break this record, including the referee Zydrunas himself. No one's managed to do it yet. Can we see it today?
I'm hoping so. This must be a record in itself for the amount of attempts that has actually been attempted on the log lift.
I think it really could be. So many people have tried to break this record, from greats like, Eddie Hall has tried, Ian Bibby, Zydrunas Savickas has tried to break his own record many times. We saw how close Luke got in season 1. Has he put the work in? How's training been going for this attempt today?
Well, I'm hoping for a bit of redemption. And Rob Kearney, the numbers he's been throwing up in training, it's going to be a bit of a shock today, I think.
Well, Rob's an incredible athlete, and he gets a lot of criticism for the way he lifts the log. He doesn't do it in the normal kind of push press or strict press manner that a lot of people like to see. He's very technical. He uses that Olympic lifting background. He jerks the log, and I personally love it because I know how much skill is involved to do it. I can't actually do it myself. So certainly not with big weights. I might be able to do it with the lighter weights, but to lift the weights that someone like Rob can using this method, it's very technical, but it also requires a lot of strength. And people don't realize that. They see the likes of the Zydrunases, the Lukes who use a lot more shoulder and tricep strength. Yeah. But the way Rob, he jerks that log overhead. It's such an explosive movement. The only thing with the way Rob lifts is you can't tell how much more is left in the tank. Yeah. Whereas with the more conventional style, you can see when they're starting to struggle. Rob will either make it look easy or it won't go anywhere at all.
Yeah, definitely. He's very efficient in how he lifts. Being one of the smaller athletes, he's using the technicalities to the best of his abilities, and it pays off. He battles it out with the biggest and best in the world.
Very much so. Even today, he's giving up approximately 60 pounds to Luke. Luke's definitely the bigger athlete. And I mean, the record holder, Zydrunas, he was up at the 400-pound mark when he set this record. So the fact that he can even just hang with these guys, let alone be in contention for American and world records, it's a testament to the training he puts in.
No, for sure. And we can see over in Invergordon here in Scotland, Luke setting up with his little brother, little but big brother, Tom Stoltman.
Yeah, Tom looking as big as ever. He's just helping out today, making sure that everything is in position. I think they're just doing some camera checks right now. And if Tom's arms are high enough, then we're not going to have any issues with height. But Luke, same as last time, just chilling out. He's going to let his team work around him. We've spoken about it before, but the support that they give each other, the help, it's really helped excel them both as incredible strength athletes.
Yeah, you need that team around you to sort of get the best out of you. Rob will have his team over in Massachusetts, getting around them, getting them ready to go, hopefully soon. The first lift we're going to see today is going to be from Rob. What are we going for in terms of weights, do we think? What do you think Rob will open with, Loz?
So Rob's going to obviously have his sights set firstly on the American record. That's got to be the goal for him. He is the current American record holder. Set in season 1, he hit 218 kilos. So I'm sure we're going to be looking for 219 and then pushing up and beyond. And I'm sure Luke will be looking for the same. The current British record holder is Graham Hicks, set at 220 kilos. And I'm sure he'll go to beat that first. And then he will want to push on and get redemption for how close he came in season 1 with the 230 kilos.
Escape to the most tropical island with the most tropical flavor. Not that kind of flavor. That kind. Then add a floral punch of lychee slammed into a tangy burst of lilac-oil. Give it 0 sugar, but still make it taste good. Paradise good. Then pack it with power so you can outdo you. That's what goes into New Rain Lilac-oil Lychee. A total body fuel.
At Castle Water, we have a clear vision to create an independent water retailer providing an excellent water service to all our customers at the best possible price. We're now the 2nd largest water retailer in the UK, servicing more than 350,000 customers. Visit castlewater.co.uk to find out more, get an instant quote, and switch to the UK's leading independent water retailer.
Animal is a state of being. It's right where discipline collides with intensity. And you either have it or you don't. Some of us are born with it, and others, well, they just have to work harder than everyone else to get it done. Those of us who are animal always find a way to get it done. No excuses. I am animal.
And welcome back to episode 5 over in Massachusetts here with Rob Kearney warming up, one of the first openly gay strongmen in the sport. You can see there with his very colourful leggings and very colourful hairdo, Loz.
Yeah, Rob is a very proud gay man. Lovely man as well. You know, I've competed against Rob so many times. It's not even an issue with the athletes, but he really tries to make a stand for the way he is, and to try and make sure that people that are looking up feel brave enough to be open about themselves and show that you can be a big, strong person and still, you know, he's in a happy gay marriage. Actually, they're two of the loveliest people you'll meet. Very supportive of each other, and obviously it's helping Rob strongman because he's progressing weekly.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage as well, especially in this sort of alpha male sport, to have the courage to come out and openly come out as gay. Takes a lot of courage. And we can see Luke Stoltman here and Inver Gordon warming up.
And both men making these warm-ups look very, very easy. And it's an interesting fact today. These two are great friends as well. You know, they've battled hard against each other many times. Last year at World's Strongest Man, going head-to-head on the Eliminator on the Stones. And they were really both digging deep to get into the final. Luke just managing to pip Rob. But afterwards, they're always supportive. They help each other, and they'll give each other a bit of banter like friends do. But you'll see these guys supporting each other right to the end.
My name is Rob Kearney. I am 28 years old from Massachusetts in the USA. I am the current American log press record holder and the only openly gay professional strongman in the sport. I started strongman when I was 17 years old. I was about 5'9", 5'10", and weighed a little over 200 pounds, and wasn't really that strong, but I really enjoyed the weight room and getting stronger and learning the different techniques of the lifts. I would actually go to the gym at 5:30 in the morning before school, get my workouts in, and really learn the basics of the weight room. From there, I walked into the gym one day. It was a Tuesday morning. They said, "Hey, Rob, there's a strongman contest this weekend, and we signed you up for it." I had never done the sport. I'd never touched an implement, and I really didn't know what to expect, but I went anyway. I had an absolute blast. I took last place and really just fell in love with the sport of strongman and really just kind of getting better at the craft. I became pro in 2013 by winning the Amateur National Championship. I also broke the world log press record in that weight class by pressing a 410-pound log at a body weight of 231. I then moved to the open weight class, which is the heavyweight division that I compete in now with all the big guys, and have done that since 2017. That being said, I am one of the smallest athletes on the pro circuit, being 5'10", about 285 pounds, competing against guys like Brian Shaw, Thor Bjornsson, all these monsters of the sport. It's one thing that really excites me. Back in June, I rebroke my American log press record by lifting a weight of 216 kilos, so right around 475, 76 pounds, for a new American record, which I previously held since April of 2019, and was recently just crowned the pound for pound strongest man in the world, which was held by Official Strongman. And it really was pretty amazing because there's been rumors that I had had this title for a few years, being the smallest athlete at World's Strongest Man, and now it is official to be the pound for pound strongest man in the world. So exciting, to say the least. As far as accomplishments go, I've been pretty fortunate and been pretty successful in the sport throughout my career. I would say my biggest accomplishment, though, is making it to the two biggest competitions in the sport of strongman, and that's World's Strongest Man and the Arnold Strongman Classic. Back in 2017, when I made my heavyweight debut, my first competition, I won and was able to qualify for the Arnold Classic in Africa, which was great, and by doing so, caught the eye of the people at World's Strongest Man. In 2017, I was given a wild card invite to World's Strongest Man to make my first appearance and to be the first openly gay man to compete at World's Strongest Man. So that would be one of my biggest accomplishments, but also qualifying for the Arnold Strongman Classic in Columbus, Ohio, which is seen in the strongman world as one of the most elite competitions to qualify for, as only 10 athletes compete at that show. I did that by winning the Arnold Australia back in 2019. At that contest, not only was it one of my most memorable wins, but it was also the most memorable weekend of my life, because the next day after winning the contest, I was able to marry my husband, Joey, and Arnold Schwarzenegger treated us to a nice yacht ride and dinner after the wedding, which was surreal to say the least, and kind of the icing on the cake, if you will say, for a perfect weekend in Australia, which was absolutely amazing. So those were certainly my biggest accomplishments so far in the sport. I think that's one thing that I really love being a message for, is just never letting anybody put limitations on your expectations and what you can achieve in life. And that's my biggest aspiration, is to leave that kind of legacy in this sport. So winning is amazing, and I have a lot of fun doing it, as we all do. Competing is also one of my favorite things to do, but leaving that positive legacy of determination and grit and showing people that anything is impossible is really what I'm trying to achieve in this sport of strongman. My biggest advice for anybody watching is a quote that I kind of came up with my first year at World's Strongest Man, and that's train to be the person they said you would never become. Never setting limitations on yourself and always achieving for greatness is really something that has propelled me in my career for strongman and got me to where I am today. And that's something that I think can be extrapolated across every aspect of life and not just in the gym.
Great journey piece from Rob Kearney, and a legacy he will leave behind. Definitely inspiring. Hopefully he'll further that legacy today with some records, American and world records. We'll find out with the first lift. 190 kilograms, loaded, ready to go.
And I expect this to be a comfortable lift. Like I said with Rob, the way the technique that he uses and the way he lifts, he makes every lift look very comfortable. It's just hard to tell how much he has left in the tank, but he's going to start with what will be, and I say comfortable lift. This was my British record not too long ago, 190 kilos. These guys have taken the sport to another level. But for Rob, this is still just getting himself settled, comfortable weight, and I'm expecting to see a very, very good lift.
Steps up to the log here. For those guys back home, watch this technique, the split jerk. When he gets it up to his chest, he'll split his stance to drop his height and finish the lockout. Nice and explosive.
Really easy. Great lift there by Rob.
We started with a can, added 200, no 250, no 300 milligrams of natural caffeine, extracted from plants. Yeah, plants. So you could do this, but not this. Vitamins B3, B6, B12, you're welcome. BCAAs, that just happened. Plus electrolytes, because sweat, and CoQ10, because we had room. And then we made it taste good, without the sugar. Now, go drink it. That's how we made Rain total body fuel.
At Castle Water, we have a clear vision to create an independent water retailer providing an excellent water service to all our customers at the best possible price. We're now the second largest water retailer in the UK, servicing more than 350,000 customers. Visit castlewater.co.uk to find out more, get an instant quote, and switch to the UK's leading independent water retailer.
When you're talking about raising an all-natural program, we're doing everything we can in-house to really give our consumers the best beef that they can get. The beauty of this breed is that you're ending up with such a lean protein where you're not tasting a lot of fat, and you're ending up getting a true taste of beef. And for us, it's really a true taste of Nebraska.
My name is Rob Kearney. I am the American log press record holder, the pound-for-pound strongest man in the world, and I eat certified Piedmontese.
Animal is a state of being. It's right where discipline collides with intensity. And you either have it or you don't. Some of us are born with it, and others, well, they just have to work harder than everyone else to get it done. Those of us who are animal always find a way to get it done. No excuses. I am animal.
and welcome back to
Okay.
episode 5, World's Ultimate
Okay,
Strongman,
190.
Feats of Strength. We are over in Invergordon with Luke Stoltman and Zydrunas Savickas looking on. We've got the first weigh-in, 190 kilograms on the log. You can see Luke in the back there with the Theragun just warming up, making sure the shoulders and the pecs are nice and warm for this press. A bit of blood manipulation.
Yeah, I was just watching him there. He's just getting himself ready, not worried about anything else going on. He's letting the team sort out all the weighing of the implements, getting everything set up, and he's just making sure those shoulders, those triceps, those, the lats, everything that connects around the shoulders are as warmed up as possible, so he's ready to really feel strong today and make this warm-up feel good.
My name is Luke Stoltman. Some people might know me from being one half of the World's Strongest Brothers. I've competed in World's Strongest Man for the last 5 years now, I believe. I grew up in the Highlands, a town called Invergordon, very small town. I love being from the Highlands. It's such a majestic place. I'm a Highlander for life. My childhood was quite normal. I was always quite a big kid. That's what I envision men from the Highlands to be, as big, strong men. And then my grandfather, he was Polish, and there was a picture of my opa, we called him carrying this big tree trunk, basically running down the road, laughing, and he just looked so happy, and that really stuck with me from an early age. Here I am now. I never thought it was going to be possible to be effectively one of the strongest guys in the world, but my brother Tom and myself were just a couple of dafties from the Highlands. Becoming a strong man, there's so many different aspects. There's strength, physical and mental. You need to have the mental capability of going into the gym day in, day out, doing the same thing, having bad sessions, putting them to the back of your mind, coming in the next day, staying positive, staying motivated. So that's one side. The diet side is so important. It's eating, I think I've ate about 10,000 calories already today. It's so much food. The consumption of food is huge. So my world record attempt is the heaviest log press that's ever been lifted. So I'm going to go for 230 kilos above my head. Having my name in the record books as the world record holder in the log press, such a phenomenal feat. It's such a technical lift as well. So it means a massive deal to me to do that. Knowing that it's possible makes me feel very proud. It's not easy. It's been years and years of training and, again, sacrifice. And, for a Scotsman to take the world record off someone like Zydrunas Savickas is huge. A great deal of pride, I feel, being able to do that. So the ultimate goal for myself is to be the best in the world. It's to create a legacy for the Stoltman name. When people talk about Stoltman, they automatically think of strength.
Great little journey piece there from Luke Stoltman. And they always talk, professional athletes, about leaving behind a legacy.
You know what I loved about that, Mark, is that he kind of kept it about himself. Often with Luke, he focuses on a younger brother, Tom. He seems to have that confidence in himself right now that he is one of the absolute best in the world. And he believes he can win these big titles and break these big records now. And I think that's been the big change in Luke over the last couple of years. He's no longer just the big brother. He is one of the greatest strength athletes on the planet. That confidence is there. He feels he deserves to be up there with the best names in the world.
Can Luke a little bit come closer to Logan, just hold straight arms up? Because I can see Log now from the floor, so I want a little bit see the from the start.
So Zydrunas there, he just wants to make sure he gets full vision of everything that's happening. Obviously, refereeing from home, We need
the
to make
record
sure.
holder himself as well.
Yes. This is the one that Zadrunas takes more seriously than any other record as well. You know, he's had this record since 2015. Zadrunas has been the record holder. That's how incredible this lift is.
Yeah, should be okay.
And that's what Luke was saying. He's so proud to be in this position and have the chance to take this record off Zadrunas.
It's a tough record, you know. I mean, I think Luke's attempt in season 1 is probably the closest anyone's got to it.
Yeah.
And he just couldn't quite finish it off. It's going to be interesting to see how he's looking today.
190 kilograms. These guys, they make it look like polystyrene. So
The interesting thing, sorry, Mike. The interesting thing with these two athletes is they both clean the log very efficiently. Both of them, two of the best in the world, are getting that log from the floor up to the shoulders.
205 kilograms for Rob Kearney.
Nice and firm. Easy again.
Solid lift there. As you said, Loz, we can't tell if it's heavy or if he's nearing his 1 rep max. It all looks the same when he's climbing up in his warm-up lift.
I can assure you it is heavy, Mark. That is a huge weight. One time in my life, I managed to clean that weight to my shoulders. I didn't even attempt to press it. And there's Rob just punching it overhead like it's nothing. Great lifter.
So it's roughly about the weight of Hathor Bjornsson in his peak.
At his biggest. At his absolute biggest, yeah. So they're weighing the weights there.
Happy with that, Lindsay?
Back over to Luke Stoltman.
Yes? 211.
Just confirming with the weight of Luke Stoltman's next lift. 211 kilograms. 9 kilos off of the British record. I think we're going to see an attempt at the British record after this lift.
So this will show us how he's looking today. The warm-ups have all been pretty, pretty comfortable, to be honest. He's looked very, very easy. This is an important lift for Luke. He wants to be not just the British record holder, but the world record holder as well. We have some excellent log lifters in the UK right now. Graham Hicks is currently the record holder, set just a few weeks ago at 220 kilos. So I know Luke's got his eyes set on that.
As you can see there, we were talking about the camaraderie earlier on today. Rob Kearney is tuning in to Luke's next lift.
Big powerful hips on the roll up the chest. Stabilize himself. Then straight over the legs, heads through.
Nice.
I mean, that's a big weight, and it was a great lift. But I think I've seen him lift that weight easier than that, if I'm totally honest with you, Mark. It looked a little bit harder at the top.
I think the clean was a lot more efficient there than the 190. But as you say, from the shoulders to overhead, he definitely not struggled, but it wasn't at his best.
Exactly that, Mark. It wasn't a struggle, like you say, just that little bit harder than maybe he would have liked.
Escape to the most tropical island with the most tropical flavor. Not that kind of flavor. That kind. Then add a floral punch of lychee slammed into a tangy burst of lilac-oil. Give it 0 sugar, but still make it taste good. Paradise good. Then pack it with power, so you can outdo you. That's what goes into New Rain Lilac-oil Lychee. A total body fuel.
At Castle Water, we have a clear vision to create an independent water retailer providing an excellent water service to all our customers at the best possible price. We're now the second largest water retailer in the UK, servicing more than 350,000 customers. Visit castlewater.co.uk to find out more, get an instant quote, and switch to the UK's leading independent water retailer.
When you're talking about raising an all-natural program, we're doing everything we can in-house to really give our consumers the best beef that they can get. The beauty of this breed is that you're ending up with such a lean protein where you're not tasting a lot of fat, and you're ending up getting a true taste of beef. And for us, it's really a true taste of Nebraska.
My name is Rob Kearney. I am the American Log Press record holder, the pound-for-pound strongest man in the world, and I eat certified Piedmontese.
And welcome back to World's Ultimate Strongman Feats of Strength. We can see there 219.8 kilograms on the log for Rob Kearney, which will be beating his current American log record by 4 kilograms.
It's a big improvement. I mean, this is 481 pounds. It's a huge, huge weight. I mean, season one, when he got the American record, he wasn't really spoken about as a world record contender. He believes he's up there with the absolute best now. He doesn't just want to be the American record holder. He wants to push the likes of Luke, the likes of Iron Bibby, Graham Hicks, and Zadrina Sabiskas for that world record.
And for the audience back home, you could see there was 3 grown men picking up that log and moving it 3 or 4 feet. And they were struggling.
They were, yeah. Here we go.
You ready?
Luke tuning in.
Come on, Rob. So this is going into the unknown for Rob. This is a big, big weight now.
This is huge weight.
He needs to focus on that technique, that thing he's done time and time again in training. Powerful hips on the clean. We'll roll it up his body.
Strongest pound for pound man. Here we go.
He needs to commit 100%. It was close there. Just needs to drive that bit harder with the legs.
So close. So close. That's unfortunate for Rob, but he does have another attempt.
So
he was
close
very
there.
close. Yeah, he was very, very close.
He relies solely on that leg power. He needs those legs to punch that weight up as high as possible, and then he tries to dip underneath. We watch from the side here. Dips, drives hard, just couldn't quite get it high enough. And then that head needs to come through. I think the second attempt was even closer here. Let's take a look.
You can see his arms are about a few centimeters. They're locked out. The arms are locked out. But we just need to see that head through in the final movement.
Exactly that.
So back over to Luke Stoltman here, where we have 200. When Big Tom moves his hand out the way, 221 kilograms. Is it 200? 221. There we go.
He's letting it settle. 221 kilos.
This will be...
Sorry, Mark. 486 pounds for anyone working in pounds. This is, like you were about to say there, I think, a British record. And only 7 kilos off the world record.
What do we think, Loz?
I know he's capable of this. But like I said to you, I wasn't quite as convinced with his previous lift. Now, I'm not saying the previous lift was bad. I've just seen him lift better. But that could have been a slight technical fault. We're going to see from this I mean, he's being smart. In season 1, he went straight for the world record. He didn't even think about the British record. This time, he wants that British record. He wants to have all the records. So Luke's getting himself ready now. He's got the big, thick leather belt. He's got the neoprene belt underneath. He's got the shorts, the knee sleeves, everything. He's got the Olympic weightlifting shoes. He's ready for this attempt now. Just chalking himself up. He's had a sniff of the ammonia, which just clears your head. It gets you focused. It kind of fires you up. Now he needs to switch on.
Yeah, this is it. This is where he needs to dig down deep mentally. You can see there composing himself a little bit. This weight is not to be messed with.
I'll tell you what he's got done there is a good pro trick with the belt. He's kind of created a little bit of a buckle, which helps with the clean. So he'll try and row the log over that and use that to help. It's something a lot of the pro guys do. If anyone's new to strongman or wanting to try anything out, it's just a little tip that helps with the clean. So he needs to get everything right now. We need that clean to be as efficient as possible. Then he needs to make sure that log is stuck right up as high on your clavicle as possible, right into the throat, head looking up, and then it's a powerful leg drive. Force his head through and drive as hard as he can with those shoulders and triceps to lock out.
Lift.
Big, big weight now. 221 kilos.
Let's go, British record. Here we go. Let's go, Luke. Can a Scotsman hold the record?
And what a lift there.
Easy.
Yes.
I'm the best in the UK.
He's getting fired up. We don't often see this from Luke. He's excited.
The British record holder, Luke Stoltman, he called it there. The best presser in the UK. He now holds that title with 221 kilograms.
And what a lift. That was better than his previous lift, Mark. I said before, the previous lift I was a little concerned with. He came back and really nailed this one. Very efficient on the clean as always with Luke. Look at those elbows, nice and high. He's squeezing them together to create that shelf on the chest. He'll dip. And then plenty of power, drives the head through, solid lockout, gets the down signal from Zadrunas. Great lift.
He punched that through. That, as you said, a lot faster than that 211 kilograms. So over to Rob Kearney now for attempt number 2 at 219.8 kilograms. He was so close on that first attempt. I thought he had it.
Just needs it that inch higher so he can force that head through and get himself in line.
Take your position.
He knows he's capable of this. He's done 218 kilos in training. Let's
see. Lift.
Just seen Luke smash the British record. He wants the American record again.
Here we go.
Solid clean. Now he needs to commit.
Can we see the split? Oh. And we can see there.
I think it's a tricep, possible tricep injury there. See him grabbing it. He didn't have the height at all compared to his first attempt. And I think, unfortunately, we may have an injury there.
So it's common within the strongman game. These injuries do occur when we're hitting top weights. These athletes are really pushing their bodies to the absolute extreme. And obviously going for a record there. He's put himself on the line. Looks like it's a tricep injury, but this is part and parcel of the sport, Laws, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've torn my muscles more than many people. I hope it's not a tear, but it looks like it could well be.
We started with a can, added 200, no 250, no 300 milligrams of natural caffeine, extracted from plants. Yeah, plants. So you could do this, but not this. Vitamins B3, B6, B12, you're welcome. BCAAs, that just happened. Plus electrolytes, because sweat, and CoQ10, because we had room. And then we made it taste good, without the sugar. Now, go drink it. That's how we made Rain total body fuel.
Animal is a state of being. It's right where discipline collides with intensity. And you either have it or you don't. Some of us are born with it, and others, well, they just have to work harder than everyone else to get it done. Those of us who are animal always find a way to get it done. No excuses. I am animal.
And welcome back to World's Ultimate Strongman Feats of Strength. We have Luke Stoltman, current British log press record holder, going now for the world record. 230 kilograms, I think, is going on that log today, Laws. Zydrunas Savickas tuning in. Can it be done? After seeing that 221 kilo, Laws, I think it can be.
That 221 was an excellent lift. It really, really was. We saw how close Luke got with this weight in Series 1. How's he feeling after that? He expended a lot of energy in the celebration. That's something that I've made the mistake of before in competition, where you just let that emotion get the best of you. But honestly, when you look at that 221 and you see how well it moved, I think he's got a great chance. I really do. We've seen him get close with this weight before. Let's hope the training's paid off and he's ready now to claim this record as his own.
Redemption is definitely on the cards. And just looking at that log, that's a beautiful log there with the carvings in it.
Really nice bit of kit.
So he's back in that same position he was before for the 221. It's the exact same position, getting everything set up, the chalks going on last. We can see there all athletes have their routines.
They do. They kind of go through the same process all the time. And I think the fascinating thing with this particular record, obviously Zydrunas is the referee for all these attempts, but this is an important record to Zydrunas. He's held it. I mean, he's held this weight for over 5 years now. 2015, he set the world record at 228 kilograms, but he's had the world record in the log for years now. He's the only man to break it, I think, since 2004, which is just incredible, and it shows you how impressive and how high a record this is. Luke Stoltman believes he's the man to break it. 230 kilos.
Take your
So Grimace
position.
is looking on. Here we go.
Let's go, come on.
Is he going to get it,
Ready?
Mark?
I believe in him. Redemption is
Lift.
definitely on the cards.
Come on then, Luke. Let's show everyone what you can do.
Highland Oak
Big effort for the row.
unleashing the beast. Here we
Fabulous
go.
clean again. Here we go. Come on.
Oh. He decides to conserve energy. That was a smart move. I think it was something that he did in the previous episode in season 1. He had about 4 or 5
One more, yeah.
attempts.
I was amazed at how many times he clean. Even then, you watch that clean, it was effective. Luke is always there, so efficient in the clean. I don't know if it just looked a bit heavier this time on the press. He wasn't as close as he was in season 1 on that press.
So we have a little update from Rob Kearney's side. We're going to hear from him now.
I think I tore my tricep. No. So I'm gonna head to the doctor in a little bit and see what we can do. But I think the tricep's gone. Yeah. It happens. Part of the sport, you know.
Maybe fingers crossed. It's just.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm just being. Well, I'll let you guys know what's going on. I have my doctor's working on some stuff right now.
So we can see there, deep down, you can feel the devastation and Rob's tone, but still holding it together. He said it's part of the sport. They're having a little laugh about it. That's what's great to see about the sport, is the camaraderie. Even when the guys are down, they're picking each other up. They're bringing the best out in each other. It's great to see that side of Rob and Luke.
Yeah, unless you've been involved in this type of sport, it's hard to appreciate just watching what they go through. They put so much effort into their training, and when these injuries happen, it is devastating. And sometimes the best thing you can have is a friend like that with a little joke, just to try and lighten the mood. And that's all it was there with Luke. You know, they're very, very good friends. I can tell you from experience, Rob is going to be devastated right now. He's going to be, he's going to go and there might be a little tear. He's going to probably go and bury his head in some ice cream tonight. But Rob is a great athlete. He will come back tomorrow. It'll all be about getting himself fixed up, making sure he focuses on his recovery, and he will be back to break that record. I promise you that.
And from us at World's Ultimate Strongman, we wish him a very speedy recovery. From myself and Lawrence Charlie, let's hope he gets back on that horse as soon as possible and back to competing.
He will be. He's a great athlete. It's his first major injury. I know I say it a lot, but I've come back from these injuries before. I've shown it can be done. And I know Rob very, very well. I know his mentality. He's going to be back better than ever.
We're back over to Luke Stoltman for the second attempt at the world record log press, 230 kilograms.
This is going to be tough now. He's seen what's happened. He's failed this once already today. That energy expenditure, we've seen it in season 1. We've seen it with other lifts. If you don't get these records the first time, it's extremely hard to come back and put it right. He's already done exceptionally well today. I've been so impressed with his 221 kilos. But I'll be surprised if he gets this mark. I hope he can prove me wrong as always. But
yeah. I think as well, second attempt, and hearing that news of Rob,
that's it.
Mentally, this is going to be a mountain to climb, but If there's a man to do it, it is the Highland Oak.
He needs to clear his mind, refocus on the job at hand. He looks like he's mentally in the right space. It's just whether the body's willing now.
Ready? Take your position.
He has to believe in himself here.
He's got to approach it. Like you say, Mark, that mental approach is so important. You've got to put everything else out, focus on technique, focus on aggression.
Attempt number 2, 230 kilograms.
Powerful hips again on this clean. Again, a very, very good clean. The power just isn't there on the press today.
It's not there. Unfortunately, it is not there today. But he can hold his head high. British log press record holder Luke Stoltman. There he is. He's
Smile
still got a
from
smile on his
Zadrunas.
face. Yeah.
He's sweating for me after that 2-2-1.
Need to come back.
Zadrunas.
Thank you again for F-Winzy. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you.
They show the respect between these athletes. You know, Luke really gave. I think he, after that 221, Zadrunas could have been very, very scared about that record going then.
British record.
And just there confirming that at least he's got the British record.
Yeah, it's great to see. Look, going for it again, going for that redemption. A bit unfortunate. That 221 was very impressive, though.
Extremely. And unfortunately, you know, with what happened to Rob, I know how good these guys are. They're great friends. It does play on your mind. You're professional athletes and you do try and block it out and do the best you can. But that will have affected his mental approach on that second attempt, especially after already failing that way. It sort of gets into your head. But I think he did the best thing today by approaching that British record. And I think he's going to come back and creep that up. He's going to have some battles with some of the other great British log lifters. Rob will be back. He'll recover and he will come back. He is still the American record holder. So let's kind of, you know, just remember that. But I know he's going to be back for more next year.
Yeah, definitely. He'll come back stronger and better than ever. He said before that he's not really experienced any injuries like this. So hopefully it's a fast recovery for him. Again, as we said, we wish him a speedy recovery. Hopefully we'll hear from him very soon. But next up, we are going to go to Luke Stoltman for a post-feat interview.
So how does it feel, record or no record?
He obviously didn't hit the world record today. Hitting 221 for me, hitting that British record, that kind of meant quite a lot to me. Hitting the first, I think it's the first person that over 220 in a competition since the great Zadrunas. So hitting 221, that's pretty cool. 230 just was a bit out of my reach today. Saying that's just one of those days, you know. I think I put a lot of effort into that 221 and maybe exerted myself a little bit too much, you know. I kind of celebrated and maybe I should have retained a little bit of that for the 230, but I always try and, you know, see the glass is always half full, so I've learned something today. You know, obviously 230 was the goal today, but maybe in future don't celebrate so much after hitting a non-world record, so that is what it is.
Are you glad you got this opportunity?
Yeah, again, I mean, it's awesome that World's Ultimate Strongest Man, you know, they're putting on these feats of strength. So privileged to be part of it, and I can't thank the guys enough for inviting or asking both Tom and myself to be part of this Part 2 series. So it's so awesome. We get to showcase to the world what Tom and I have been doing in training. You know, so we're not just here, you know, twiddling our thumbs. We're in here kind of trying to break records, kind of trying to be the best in the world, and you know, hopefully going forward, we'll win these shows. You know, the World's Strongest Man, World's Ultimate Strongest Man. We're going to win those big shows, and that's the plan.
How does it feel to be in front of the biggest virtual audience in the world?
I think everyone knows that I love being in front of an audience, so I love it. Virtual, real, whatever you want to call it. I think it's so cool that, you know, we're getting to showcase our little gym in the Highlands in Invergordon, you know, to all the guys watching. So it's so incredible that we get to kind of do this, and we're just fortunate enough that we're in the age where technology is so advanced that we can stream to all you guys, however many people's watching across the world. So again, thank you so much to Woos, to all you guys for watching, logging in, because without the viewers, we wouldn't be able to do this. So it's amazing.
What's next?
So next for me, I'm going to put the log world record to rest for a little while. I've been pretty intense. My body's quite beat up. Obviously, kind of doing heavy log all the time. It's quite an impact on your body, on your knees, your elbows, your shoulders, everything that you do towards getting a heavy log. It's very bad, not very bad, sorry, very sore in your body, should I say. So we've got World's Strongest Man coming up in November. Both Tom and I are kind of, looking forward to that, kind of showcasing what we've done in training. We've been training extremely hard. Hopefully, if Woos can put on another show, that'd be awesome. Love to be part of that. Giants Live in January. Just keep getting stronger and progressing.
And a message to aspiring fans out there.
So, if there's any of you guys watching that want to take up this wonderful sport that we do, don't even think twice about doing it. Just go in, find a gym, pick up a log, pick up an Atlas stone. I can't emphasize how much strongman has changed my life. It's made me more confident. It's made me, go around the world, traveling, competing with some of my best friends in the world. I do it with my family. My family get to watch me. It's literally the best thing I think that I've ever done as a career. So I'm now a full-time strongman. If you guys are watching, a 16-year-old, whatever, watching this now, please go in, pick up, go to a gym, lift, deadlift, squat, whatever you want to do. Just know that, anything's possible, and you one day could be speaking to us. So just give it your all.
And a great finish there from Luke Stoltman, talking about if you're aspiring to be a strong man, a strong woman, just dive into it. And that's what's great about strongman. It's very scalable, albeit these guys, they look like massive beasts. It can be scaled. You can pull a truck, you can pull a car, you can pull a Mini Cooper. All these things can be scaled as a strong man or a strong woman.
Very much so, Mark. It's a great message to get across. The great thing with strongman now is there's so much loadable equipment out there, so you can strip things right back down. I train a lot of, middle-aged women that just want to get fitter. I know you do as well, and they love having a go at the strongman events. Obviously, much less weight than we're seeing the pros do, but it's just made it a lot more accessible and, a lot more enjoyable for people to get involved in. Luke there, incredible effort. He's done so well. He said that he expended a bit too much energy on the British record, but he also said that record meant a lot to him. So congratulations on the British record. He's got a few shows to concentrate on, but we know he's going to be back aiming his sights on that world record in the future.
Yeah, and with Rob Kearney, unfortunate news on that tricep, but as we said before, we wish him a speedy recovery and hopefully see him back competing soon. But next week, we have a new episode, the Max Deadlift, where we have Mikhail Shivlikov, Rauno Heinla, and a new athlete, Ivan Makarov, going head-to-head for the Max Deadlift. What do we think, Loz?
Well, even Makarov has kind of really got the deadlift scene buzzing. He's been the one that's quietly been talking about smashing, Eddie and Thor's, 500, 501 record. He's spoken about 520 at times. Yeah. He's really a crazy man. He believes he's the one that's going to take this record to an absolute another level. Rauno, we've already seen this series, incredible at the 400 kilo deadlift for reps. He's won multiple deadlift for max pulls in different competitions, and he's going to be feeling in great shape. And we've got Shivlikov coming back for the Masters record, I believe he's going to be attempting. And next week, it is another head-to-head. So these guys aren't just going for records, but they're aiming to be the best deadlifter in WUS right now. It's a big contest. Makarov has posted. So if you haven't seen this guy, go check him out on Instagram. He put some ridiculous numbers. Unfortunately, doesn't speak too much English, but he tries to make an effort. And I know he's been waiting for this opportunity for a long time.
So next week, episode 6, Maximum Deadlift. Can we see a new world record in the deadlift? Talks of a 520 kilograms. Will we see it? Tune in next week for World's Ultimate Strongman Feats of Strength.